Hey, it's Vince. I'm running for Congress against this guy. Stop having a politician that's worse than Biden.
That's discretionary funding.
Instead, vote for me, a guy who's not half dead. I'm gonna soak up the swamp, clean the house, and pick up those liberal tears at the same time. I'm gonna slap chop the nuts out of the woke, making less blue-haired commies and more red-blooded Americans. Vote for me so I can represent you and the ones that can't stand up for themselves.
Vote for Shamwow!
Paid for by Offer Shamwow Shlomi for Congress.
Yes, this was real.
Why you're running for office. I remember the Shamwow. So tell us why you want to get into politics.
I did a skit called Woke Busters. It's a parody on Ghostbusters. It took me 9 months to finish, and it was done the day Charlie passed. And I was like, what a coincidence. I'm like, okay, this is surreal. I said, I'll put it out on his birthday, and I did. And then a big tech, Google, YouTube stopped showing it. Didn't show it much. I only got like 500 views a day. Yet the other platforms were getting like 50,000 views a day. So I got millions of views on the other platform, nothing on YouTube and Google. So I'm thinking, oh, this is like discrimination. One of my big policies is that they need to have open source algorithms, open source code, so we can see what they're doing, because they're suppressing conservative content and comedy that ridicules them. They're really suppressing, like putting it in the alley, not in the town square, but in the dark alley. So that's kind of like discrimination, and it's illegal.
And yes, he ran on, well, this.
The woke machine is targeting our children, and I want to protect our children before they get into college, because once they're in college, they're woked out. You can't turn them back. Even Charlie Kirk had a hard time with that. So I want to put like video surveillance cameras in classrooms, because the parent is like, raising their children at 5 years old, and he's just giving it to a government worker at school, and then who knows what's going to happen. They're making these kids blue-haired commies instead of red-blooded Americans.
What is a man?
A man is a person with a big or small, depending who you are. What race? But then some races could have a big one. You never know.
You said depending on what race?
Yeah.
And that's what a man is?
I've been to jail one day, and I saw everybody's parts when they told us to pull it off, because anybody got VD, let me know. And I saw what I saw. And there is a stereotype about the black community. Anyway, we'll get...
What?
My God, this guy is absurd.
Hey everybody, it's Vince Offer, aka the Shamwow Guy, and some other AKAs. So I have a big announcement today. We have a new show coming up called Show Me the Wow. Okay, it's a product show basically, where you're going to send me your ideas and prototypes, and we're going to develop it. It's going to be revolutionary. No one's doing it. No one's doing it the way we're going to do it. And no one's had the success that I've had as a salesperson, as a pitchman, as a writer for commercials. So go to Show Me the Wow. Submit a 1 to 2 minute video. If you want to throw your personal style, say whatever you want to say. Don't worry about the wokesters. I don't care about them. So I'm looking forward to seeing them. Definitely submit right away so I can take a look at it. I look forward to seeing it. Thank you so much. We can't do this all day, so please submit right now.
Maybe he's broke. Maybe he's bored. Regardless.
The Shamwow Guy, Vince Shlomi, is running for Congress and is looking to wipe the floor with the competition. The once prominent infomercial pitchman filing as a Republican to represent Texas's 31st congressional district, a seat held by Republican Representative John Carter, who's already announced he will be seeking re-election. The former pitchman told Fox News he wants to destroy wokeism in Congress and that he's been motivated by the political infighting in the country to run and make America happy.
Offer Shlomi, right down here, got 4% of the vote. John Carter, an 84-year-old incumbent, which is a whole nother story, won the Republican primary to represent the 31st district in Texas. Take it from the man himself on Twitter, suing the GOP Texas for deleting my nickname Shamwow in the primaries so they help the incumbent John Carter so the voters don't recognize me. Rigged elections by these rhinos. The beast has more. Shlomi wrote all of that on Twitter, and he misspelled rhinos, where the acronym Republican in name only is spelled RINO. He would attach a link to his court filing against the GOP. In his suit, Shamwow Guy Shlomi claims that the party had previously approved his request to be listed on the ballot as Vince Shamwow Shlomi, only to later change it, claiming it did not meet the legal requirements of the Texas Election Code and that his actual nickname is the Shamwow Guy, not just Shamwow, the name of the product he sold. Shlomi has trademarked both terms. We shouldn't forget the Shamwow Guy. Born in Israel, a high school dropout, and per NBC News, he got into a fight with an alleged prostitute in his hotel room, according to police docs. Shlomi said it happened after a 12-hour drinking binge. According to the police report, the woman bit his tongue and would not let go. Vince struck her with his fists. The pair were arrested for aggravated battery, but prosecutors did not press charges. He ran, and take a wild guess where he placed in this race. Of course, barely made a dent. Barely made a dent. Now that he has lost, what is the next play from a pro-Trump figure like the Shamwow Guy? There is so much to this story. So much. The first is, are you out of work? Are you potentially broke? Do you really need the money? Do you want to get back in the limelight? Join the Republican Party. Are you a has-been? Are you a former spokesperson? Are you a former salesman of towels? Join the Republican Party. It's just absurd. It's absurd. And this guy who got into a fight with a prostitute, then said, I'm done with prostitutes. Been there, done that. I'm done. I'm going to clean up my act. And is putting forth the content that he is with woke busters and blaming the lack of traction on the algorithms. My guy, how do you miss this so badly? I mean, he is airballing from 2 feet. The algorithms are in favor of right-wing and far right-wing outlets. Does everyone remember that bubble, that Media Matter, the bubble graphic that Media Matters reported on? Look at where we are, and look at where right to far right figures are. There's no comparison here. None. Now, some of you may say, well, what about Twitch? What about Haas? Okay, let's do that. Look at the top 10. Note where Haas is, and look at how many others are right-wing. The algorithms are in favor for you to succeed. It's just that your content model sucked. That's all that it is. But that is certainly a MAGA staple. Thinking that everyone is out to get them and not taking responsibility. Am I surprised that the Shamwow Guy lost? No. No. I think it's rather par for the course. Now, if you want to talk term limits, we could do that too. But if someone in the GOP were to put up an individual they thought could win against the Shamwow Guy, I mean, I'm not a Kalshi guy. I'm not a betting person. I would put the entire house on that selection over this dude. If you can and are willing, please become a paid member here at TYT Sports. And or go to tyt.com/join. In addition, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate it. Have a great day.